Okay, welcome to the Offside take. Manchester is not red. And we've got a guest here today, Haroon Ten. Do you want to introduce yourself, Haroon?
Yeah, Haroon from Manchester, but I wish I wasn't these days. Not having a good time at the minute, I've got to say.
Oh yes. So Haroon is one of my best mates from university, and he's a massive Manchester United fan. But he's been ranting every day in our WhatsApp groups about the shocking performances that are Manchester United at the moment. So we're going to kick things straight off with the main topic. Really, topic is going to be this guy is here, Erik Ten Hag.
He's the main culprit in my eyes, I've got to say. I think, look, I was excited when we first got him, I've got to say. Came with a bit of a rep from Ajax, played a good brand of football. I think he went far in the Champions League. Youngish team from Ajax. So
yeah, it's bringing all these young talents.
Yeah, we had Ollie. I don't think Ollie was a bad manager, because we played some really, really good football under Ollie. We did. And Pogba, Mason Greenwood, Rashford, these guys were the heart of it. So
I don't know if Mason Greenwood is a swear word these days.
Let's not talk about
that's another topic. But he's doing well in Marseille.
Rainy day, man. But Ten Hag, when he first came, I thought there was massive issues at the club. First of all, Maguire as captain, he sorted that out, which I think was the right decision. Put Bruno as captain. I was happy with that. I think he had a massive ego in the dressing room in terms of Ronaldo. I don't think he handled that particularly well. But there was
massive ego, just
there was only going to be one winner.
Player.
There was only going to be one winner because the manager wins in those circumstances. I think no player is bigger than the club, even though we're massive CR7 fans. First season he didn't do too bad. Got us into the top four nicely, really, to be honest with you, without any sort of bumps on the road. But I've got to say, other teams didn't perform that well that season. So maybe that's why we got that top four spot. But I thought last season was horrendous. I mean, the writing was on the wall when he finished 8th. I think any United manager who finishes 8th, they've got to get sacked. Really, I thought
he was
going to come in and make a statement. I really thought he was gone.
Yeah, it's that FA Cup win that kept him in his job.
Yeah, but you think Van Gaal won the FA Cup and he didn't keep the job. Do you know what I mean?
But apparently, I don't know if you heard on Sky Sports, Gary Neville talking about how the hierarchy were looking for a manager that summer, couldn't find anyone. So they're stuck with Erik Ten Hag.
Look, we don't know exactly what happened. We don't know exactly what happened. I know there were interviews and all this sort of stuff, and I actually think Ten Hag getting it in the summer put his ego a bit, because I think he came back and said, "Look, I'm the best man for the job." So he's probably thinking, "Look, these guys aren't getting rid of me. I can kind of do what I want now."
Kind of desperate, yeah.
But one thing that stuck out for me, I remember watching Jamie Carragher's analysis I think it was about 6 months ago. It was a Fulham game, and he talked about the gap between the defense and the strike, and how players are running, sprinting back 50 yards, and then back up the pitch, and then back down again. I mean, that's no plan, So he's got to take the blame. Where is this plan? Where is this brand of football that we're supposed to play? That he came. But I remember him saying he came in and he said about 3-4 months into the job, he said, I can't play the Ajax way here. Do you know what I mean? So
it's a different league.
What is his way though? Do you know what I mean?
I don't think he's found it. How many seasons has he been manager? Is it 3 now?
3. This is the 3rd one. Yeah.
So
when I first saw the fixtures, I thought Fulham at home's tricky. But then when I thought Brighton away, Liverpool at home.
I mean, what do you think of your start of your season so far? Obviously, the Liverpool game was pretty bad, but normally it is against Liverpool.
Started okay, but that Casemiro, that mistake just. But that's the thing, we make mistakes.
2 mistakes.
2 mistakes, 3 mistakes. It happens all at once.
That used to happen to us as a Villa fan.
Brighton, we didn't play too bad. That was a crazy end to the game. Conceded 95th minute again. We switched off. Players have got to take take the blame as well, really. You know what I mean? But okay, he's bought De Ligt. He didn't play him against Fulham, which I understand. But you've got to play him against Brighton then. Do you know, if this is going to be your centre-back pairing, De Ligt and Martinez, why was he not starting against Brighton? But then you knew he was
Maguire had a good game.
I thought he was there for the first goal, man. He could have got rid a couple of times for that Brighton first goal. But you've got rid of him as a captain, and then you know he's going to keep making mistakes. Hence why you've got De Ligt on Euro. But then you still start Maguire, knowing that De Ligt will probably start against Liverpool. So why not play him in against Brighton? I thought he messed up there. His substitutions, his tactics out there. This thing with keeping Rashford, man,
Rashford's his
surely
favourite son.
Again, I thought he'd start Garnacho left and Ahmad right. I thought he'd go with those two to start the season, but he keeps picking Rashford. So there's a lot of problems. He hasn't solved them at all. I don't think they'll sack him now. Southampton.
Maybe winter transfer window that time. Maybe
around 6th, 7th by Christmas, he's got to go, I think. But who do you get?
Who would you want in? Yeah, exactly. That's my next question. Who would you ideally want at Manchester United?
I like this guy 6-7 years ago. He's had a tough couple of years at Chelsea and Paris. But I thought Pochettino was the one for United, man. I thought he really was. And there's not many out there now. Who can we go get? Do you know what I mean?
Tuchel. That's the kind of manager I think United need now. Someone to sort everyone out.
It's a difficult one, man. But I really thought Pochettino was the guy for United 4 or 5 years ago. But his rep's probably taken the beating.
I thought he was waiting for the United job, to be honest.
That's what I thought. I don't know what happened. I mean, Chelsea is difficult anyway, so I don't know whether you can judge him on that. And Paris is, a lot of it. Did he have Messi, Neymar, Suarez there?
Suarez.
He had Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, didn't he?
Mbappe, yeah.
So he had those players to handle. But yeah, Ten Hag, I mean, Southampton away is a big one now. Yeah, he loses.
Must win.
Yeah, but again, we placed 12:30. Do you know what I mean? Straight after an international break, away from home.
Yeah. But they're not scoring many goals, Southampton.
Well, they've probably scored about 5 against us.
There's so much gap in that midfield that players are just running through. Got Brereton Diaz, good player.
Yeah, Agate's coming in. Is he the problem solver? We all keep thinking these signings are going to be problem solvers. So he's a good signing. He'll do well, but he's going to keep.
Casemiro surely dropped.
Casemiro's dropped. He'll pick Rashford again. He'll pick probably Garner. He'll probably play Bruno 9. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he keeps playing him at 9. We saw after the first game, Bruno Fernandes couldn't finish his dinner, mate.
No, that was too shocking.
Chance after chance.
Yeah. So
I mean, moving on to Bruno. Talking about this guy, let's get him in the picture. So you can see that beautiful man of yours, your captain. Now you mentioned about.
There's no denying that he's been our best player for since he's come here. His numbers are crazy, yeah. But then I'll finish a game watching the game and think, what did Bruno do that game? You know what I mean? Like he goes missing.
Sloppy passes.
Okay, he's a risk taker. He does go for those. Those beautiful passes, but I don't know, man. What do you think of him?
I don't know. You said it. You touched on it earlier, but you said since he made the right choice bringing Bruno as captain. I feel since he's been captain, he's not been as good. I'm not sure what you.
When he first came here, when he first came, I think that was did Ollie sign him?
Lighting up the Premier League, yeah.
Exactly, it was almost goal or assist a game.
No pressure whatsoever.
No pressure, but in some ways you're only as good as the team, right? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
if Bruno went to a City or a Liverpool, he'd probably get those numbers. But this team is so bad, and it feels like if Bruno doesn't do anything, then the team doesn't do anything. But it's a difficult one. He's not starting this season.
I've got him in my FPL team. I'm holding on to him one more game.
Holding on, man. I'm holding on.
I'm going to give him one more game against Southampton.
One more game. And I said
he's a great player. He's actually a great player.
I said that after Brighton. I'll give him one more game against Liverpool, and 2 points doesn't sound good, man. But you feel like if he doesn't do anything, then the team won't do anything. So he's almost carrying the
He's the
team.
catalyst of your
He's the
team.
catalyst, yeah. And if we do well, it's because of Bruno.
Yeah.
There's games where I look at it and I think, what's he done this? What's he done today? And it happens quite a few times. But I think if the teams click and we've got a nice starting 11, consistency, he'll do well. He'll still hit your numbers. Yeah, you look at the end of the season, he'll probably still get double assist / goals. So he's not the main problem, but I think as a captain, he's got to step up definitely this season.
Would you say Bruno's a 45-minute man?
It's unfair to say that. I think 45 minutes. Yeah, it's unfair to say that. I think it's
Do
difficult.
you think he suits this second striker role?
I like him as a free role. Like, do what you want. The midfield's yours. If you want to come collect the ball, collect it. If you want to spray it, you spray it. If you want to go join the attack, join it. I think he's got the engine, definitely. He's definitely got the legs. But you've got Maino and Casemiro there, so he's probably not playing the ball quick enough. I think left back's a big issue. If you're not sporting that left winger, the balance isn't right. So you find him Bruno on one side and you find him on another side. So it's a difficult one, man. It's a difficult one. I think he's trying to do too much.
Yeah, I think he's taking the burden of the team on his shoulders when others aren't performing.
I think he can have a free roam, but like I said, I think he can have a free roam. But if the players aren't, contributing, then they're making him to look, a really bad player at times. But he's our best player, so
When you think of it, he had Ronaldo around him and Rashford around him when he was playing well. He had Mason Greenwood when he was there. Now who's he got? Who's he giving that ball to? He has confidence.
Last year he had Anthony on that side.
That's such a waste of money. What was it, 65 mil or 85 mil?
85 mil, I think.
85 mil. Wow.
I mean, I don't think he's started. Well, he definitely hasn't started again this season.
Is he injured?
No. He's on the bench. He's just not getting.
He's been on the bench. It's just not getting.
He's just not getting a look in. Yeah.
Well, nothing's working for Ten Hag. Maybe Anthony's your answer. What do you think?
Anthony's definitely not, man. Should have sold him, really. If you could get some money for him, should have sold him. I don't think he's. Plestri was a decent one. I'm surprised.
He's gone, hasn't he? Yeah, I was surprised with that as well.
Yeah, he was a decent one on that right side, but yeah.
Well, could be a breakout year for Ahmad.
Yeah, I think he should start every game. Personally,
he's been playing.
If he's fit and firing, he should start every game on that. That right wing's his. Move Garnacho onto the left.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Garnacho, isn't he more of a right-sided for you?
I think he can do both. Yeah, but I like him cutting in on that right. Yeah, and he's got a good shot on him. So, yeah, I would do Ahmad and Garnacho.
Rashford, does he stay in that first team of yours?
Nah, man. Get that guy out of this club, man. Done with him. He's had his chances.
Yeah, he needs to be dropped.
The thing is, it's his attitude. It's totally wrong. He knows he's having a bad game. So the most you can do as a footballer who supposedly loves United, you've got to run. You've got to run.
It doesn't track back ever.
First minute to the 90th, you've got to show that you're trying. And he's not doing that. You can tell, head down, walking about. You can clip a few Rashford clips this season. He hasn't had any shots on target, I don't think.
He just doesn't look confident. Just feels the pressure from the fans.
It's weird, because I saw a clip in the summer with Ruud coming to the club. He had his arm around Rashford.
Yeah,
I thought,
like he's the right man manager for him.
I thought something might be cooking here, but it's not happened.
Still early days.
Yeah. Look, 3 games in. It's
Is it a fan meltdown at United then?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, the boo against Liverpool, that doesn't happen very often. And that boo, ironically, was against his decision to keep Rashford on.
Oh yeah, that was a big booze from the crowd. Yeah,
that never happens really.
When he kept Rashford on.
Yeah, that never happens. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like I said at the start, there's not just one issue or 2 issues that you can look at. There's loads, man, and the fans obviously, if they're booing that decision, his time's up. I think. Well, both of them.
Well, moving on to people that's times were up. This man here.
I know what's coming. I knew this guy was coming.
Was he the guy to get rid of? Do you think it was the right decision from United?
I'm actually. This might sound controversial, man. This might sound controversial, but I'm gutted, man. I'm actually gutted.
Gutted?
Yeah. when we signed this guy, you know, we were after him for a couple of years as well. When we signed him, I thought, you know, what a signing! This is it, man. This guy will take us places, but just not happened for him.
Right profile
You
player
know,
for
at the end of the
United.
day, it's probably his fault. Yeah, I'm gutted, obviously, like I said, but not because we've treated him badly or, you know, we should have done more for him. And I just think he's let himself down big time. You know, didn't Ten Hag send him on like a 3-6
He went back
months?
to Dortmund.
No, no, before that, he went on like a 6 months training camp in Holland or something.
Oh, did he?
Like on a one-to-one basis with one of the coaches.
Yeah.
Came back, scored a goal against Leeds, I think it was. And his first game back, scored another goal, I think. So you thought, oh, okay, it's done him some good. And then that thing happened against Arsenal, wasn't it, last year?
Yeah,
Where
yeah.
he left
Fallout.
Oxford, and then he went to Dortmund, came back, and
Done well at Dortmund.
yeah, done well. You know what I mean? Got him to the
Champions League final.
Yeah, but again, certain players are made for certain clubs, isn't it? Maybe this guy wasn't made for us.
Well, I just think Ten Hag doesn't play any sort of system. So this guy, Sancho, you've got talented players like Sancho, just not knowing what to do with the ball.
You know, exactly.
Sideways football.
Sideways football, you know. He's a bit of a Hitler when it comes to, you know, stuff like that. Maybe why he got rid of Plestri. You know, these guys who are off-the-cuff footballers, you know, probably doesn't like that. It's a strange move to go to Chelsea. I don't know what you think about that.
Yeah, especially
probably the only club that wanted him, really.
I can't believe he went to Chelsea. I can't believe all these players are going to Chelsea. Can't they just see?
Well, you know what? That's
another topic. That's another offside take. I think we'll definitely get onto that topic for another time. But yeah, you got Pedro Neto, great player.
Will he get game time there? Probably not. You know, he'll probably warm up their bench now.
Constantly.
So, was he the right guy to get rid of? Probably. Yeah, he definitely needed to move on. I don't think there was a space for him here. Which again, I'm still gutted about, but yeah, he had to move.
I think it's 10 mil up front and then 25 obligation, is it?
Obligation to buy, yeah.
So obviously definitely gone.
Yeah,
35 mil for Sancho. You take the L.
We paid what, 70 for him? Something like that.
So do you take the L and move on? Well, you have to now, I guess.
Yeah. Take it, move on. I don't think we would have got any more than that, to be honest.
Well, you
I know Juve were interested. Dortmund definitely didn't want to pay.
Surprised Villa didn't want him. Left winger.
That would have been right, you know.
Surprised because we were looking at João Felix before he went to Chelsea. Sancho could have slotted in on that left in that position.
With these players, it's all about attitude, man. You know, you just got to.
Maybe Emery saw he didn't like his attitude. Maybe who knows?
Which again, surprised. Why are you going to Chelsea for? Do you really think you're going to fit in that club? It's just mad. You should have gone abroad, Europe, and just spend the rest of your
Dortmund didn't want him.
I think it was too much.
Can't afford him.
Yeah, and I don't think they could have loaned him out, but maybe they've got.
I think they just wanted to get rid of.
Yeah.
I'm surprised actually because obviously Ten Hag openly said, "Oh, our rift is over. We move on." And then I thought he was going to be blended back into the team.
With Ten Hag as well. Sometimes he just lies. He lies a lot, man. He lies a lot, man. This guy, telling you,
playing a poker face.
Yeah, man. But, yeah. So
let's talk about positives. We've got some new signings in.
Yeah, man. Nah, I'm happy with the signings.
What do you think of those two signings first of all?
I've not seen much of him over the last year or two.
Which one's this? Missouri?
Yeah. Man. But when he was up and coming, I thought he's made for United.
Really,
this guy's made for us, man. I thought so. I'm excited by that. I think he'll do well. He had the first half against Liverpool, although we were defensively shocking anyway, because we've got no system because of Ten Hag. But I thought, the one-to-one duels that he got with, I thought he came out on top. And I think he'll do well.
I think he'll get better. It's new league as well. We've got to remember. New league.
Yeah, definitely. I think him and Martinez. That'd be a solid pair. If we can get Luke Shaw
fit. That's what I was doing, just about to say. I'll say, who's your ideal back four?
Yeah, Masraoui, De Ligt, Martinez. And if we can hopefully get a season of a fit and firing Luke Shaw, which I won't put my house on.
You say when he's fit, one of the best left backs in the world?
Easily. Yeah, definitely. When he's fit. Agree. Yeah, when he's fit and firing, there's no better left back for me. Maybe Robertson's pretty good, obviously, for Liverpool, but as a left back, there's not many. I mean,
there's not many.
Who plays for City at left back? I mean, he switches between Aki and even through
Rico
Vardy.
Lewis, does he? No, he plays on the right, doesn't he? No, he's
But yeah, like obviously a fit and firing Luke Shaw, I think.
No, Guardiola. What are we on about?
Yeah, Guardiola,
Yeah.
But that'll be our best back four. I'm excited about Ugarte, yeah. Xerxes,
What about
unproven.
Xerxes? Yeah.
Gotta give him time. Definitely, gotta give him time. He looked pretty good against Fulham.
Seems to be getting in the right position. Obviously, that goal Garnacho scored.
Yeah, I know.
Bit keen, but then I think personally, I don't know what you think. The Garnacho goal, I think it's Garnacho's fault, not Xerxes' fault. What do you think?
You got half the net free, hit on that side. Do you know what I mean?
Or just boot it up.
What are you bringing it back into play on this side?
Yeah, you literally crossed it.
Crossed it in, yeah.
Yeah, crossed it in, yeah.
But, from what I saw against Fulham, he looked neat and tidy. He looked okay.
Seems to hold up the ball really well.
Yeah, he was all right. Linking people, his touch was okay.
He seems to get in the box.
Brighton
I think it'd be good.
Yeah,
Xerxes seems to be getting in the right positions. Really good at holding up the ball. I think he needs a bit of time. He's new to the league. He's only a young player, but that's the thing with United.
Like the same with Hoyland.
Yeah.
I said
and
that.
Lenny Euro, don't forget him.
Yeah, you got to give these guys any new signing. You got to give them at least 6 to 12 months. So, like Hoyland, you got to give him time. He did okay last year. So,
quite injury prone, would you say?
Yeah, he's had a couple of big-ish injuries, isn't he? No, was it hamstring now that went?
Yeah, I think so.
Wasn't it in the Community Shield or something like that?
Yeah,
so
it's a bit injury prone. Then you got Xerxes, Young.
Yeah.
If them two aren't playing, who are you going to play?
We had to go for Tony, I think. Don't know what you thought.
I can't believe. That's another topic. Tony.
Yeah.
Why didn't you go for
I know
Tony?
Chelsea were hovering, but if Chelsea are hovering, then we should be there. Do you know what I mean?
I thought on transfer deadline day, I did a video on Offside Opinions TikTok of my prediction of Tony going to United. That would have been the perfect move. You needed to get Harry Kane. United needed to get Harry Kane at the time.
Yeah, years ago. That should have.
That's where things went wrong.
Yeah, but again, if we had these guys in now who are in, they obviously would have had a better chance of getting him. Transfers have gone quite smoothly. I know the Ugarte one took a bit of time, but
it was always going to happen.
We've pretty much got who we wanted to get this year. So
it's a rebuild job.
Yeah, it's a rebuild job.
Well, but the thing is,
you got to get some results along the way. Yeah. If you're not getting results, you got to see some progress. But we're not seeing that either. Do you know what I mean? These first 3 games, we've not seen anything.
Yeah. There's no good play or anything.
And now it's international break, so he's not going to have time to work with these players. So they're going to come back Wednesday, Thursday. He's going to have Friday.
Some of them.
He's going to have Friday to talk about the Liverpool game, and probably talk a little bit about that. Get back.
What's there to talk about on that? Nothing. Exactly,
nothing, man. So it's going to go Southampton on the Friday night, probably. Then you're playing Southampton, so nothing's really going to change. And don't expect this new brand of football now that he's had 2 weeks to work with. The players are away. Do you know what I mean?
All away. Shocking result before the international break. Heads are down.
Yeah. Probably a shocking one when they come back. And then it's Palace away, and then I think we've got you boys.
Palace away.
Yeah. Spurs at home. Then
we'll try and go to that, shall we? Try and go to Villa Park.
We'll go there.
Yeah, if we can.
Let's do it, man.
Is this one at Villa Park?
This one, Villa Park.
Yeah, it's October 2nd or 6th or something.
6th, I think it is,
yeah. So we'll see if we can get you in Villa Park, mate. There he is, this guy. He'll be in the away end, I'm sure.
They'll get me in. I'll just
he'll be in the away end, I'm sure. So yeah, I think the new guys finally, the hierarchy, the rebuild.
Yeah,
the thing with the rebuild, Real Madrid have rebuilt their squad all the time, and they're still performing well. And they just do it because they've got the right people behind the scenes doing it. Now, finally, United have.
The big clubs, the big and best clubs will only sign 1 player in the summer, 2 players max. These teams have signed 3, 4, 5. You don't need to.
Or Chelsea 25.
Yeah, unless you're Chelsea, right? But hopefully, in 2-3 years' time, whatever it may be, that we'll get there. I'm confident with the guys. I'm excited about these guys who were brought in. Do you know what I mean? The back room. set up. We just need a new manager, I think, now.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you see that future with Ten Hag at the helm?
I don't think any United fan truly believes that he's the guy to take us forward. I've got to say.
Who would your ideal manager be? Just give me a name. One name. Anyone in the world you could get.
I'm going to
In
stick
the
my
world.
hat on Pochettino still.
Pochettino.
Still.
He's available.
Who's available? I mean, available, obviously, right?
No, even not available.
Well,
It's
you're going to say
Manchester
Pep.
United.
You're going to say Pep, aren't you? You know, you got to go with the best.
Okay, forget Pep.
Available.
He ain't going to come to United. Okay, forget Pep.
Get Klopp in. He's available, right?
Well, I don't know. He's retired now. He said, didn't he?
Yeah, well, we'll see. But yeah.
All right. Where do you? Oh, gone.
I was going to say Ancelotti, and he's probably the next one available, right?
Yeah. Or Unai.
Let's not go that far. No, he's a good manager. He's a good manager.
He's a great manager. Well, right manager for our team anyway. Finishing off then.
No, he's a very good manager.
What does a good season for a United fan look like?
Well, we're in the Europa League, so I think a good European run, semis minimum.
Should be winning it.
The format's changed, but you've got to think semis minimum, 100%. You can't think anything below that is just a failure in my eyes. Yeah, it's a bloody Europa League. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. The Prem.
So you got City, Arsenal, top two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Which way round? I'm going to go Arsenal City this year. I've got a feeling about Arsenal. I think he's going to get it right.
I had a very good feeling about Arsenal. I had a very good feeling about Arsenal. Yeah. You know what? City have lost Julian Alvarez, haven't they?
Something happens to Ireland.
Yeah.
Where's the goals coming from?
It's Pep, isn't it? So, I might second that. I'm going to go Arsenal City.
Arsenal City, top 1 and 2. I'm going to agree with that.
I'm going to put Liverpool third only because their team hasn't changed.
That's
they'll have big challenges along the way this season, but I think that front, 3, 4, 5, they can put.
Jota's playing regularly now as well.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean?
He's not been injured as much.
I don't think they won't have a mad season where they'll finish like 9th, for example. Yeah, I think they'll do well. So literally 4th spot between Spurs, Villa. Because from the games I've seen from Villa this season, they look really good still.
Playing well, yeah.
They ain't going to drop.
As a big signing.
Yeah, and on a top signing. Spurs will obviously
top 6 for United then. Good season.
No.
Is that embarrassing to say?
Embarrassing, yeah. No. We need top 4 minimum. Yeah. So that's where I think if you spent what we spent 250, 300 million this season, you still got you just got to be there. You got to be top 4. It's unthinkable to see United anywhere less than that every season. Even if we finished 8th last season, it doesn't matter. Man United should be finishing top 4 minimum. So I think that's where it has to be.
Yeah.
Has to be top 4.
Yeah, does Ten Hag keep his job for another season if he wins the FA Cup again?
He won't last.
He's not living that down, is he?
We have
2 FA Cups.
3 months' time. If we have a conversation in 3 months' time and Ten Hag is still here in January, we'll be finished. We'll be 3rd or 4th. Yeah.
You'll be what?
We'll be 3rd or 4th if that's the case in 4 months' time.
Ten Hag's still in a job.
Yeah, if that's the only way he's staying. If we're 3rd or 4th.
So Ten Hag is still here 3 months'
6th
time.
or 7th, by December he's gone. That means we've got a shocking start. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So you heard it here, guys.
You heard it here, man.
3rd or 4th. It's a good season for Ten Hag. He finishes the season.
Yeah, if he finishes the season like that, 3rd, 4th, then it's progress from last year, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah. All right. There we go. Well, we're going to round that off there. Thank you, Haroon, for joining us. For the first of many episodes on the Offside Take.
Appreciate
follow me on TikTok, Offside Opinions.
Yeah, hit the follow button, Offside Opinions.
All right, give us all a follow, and we'll catch you lot on episode 2 with Haroon and me. Catch you lot on the next.